Lows are high, juices are low. Play your cards right and win the dough on Card Sharks. And now, here's your host, Ricky Lake.
Thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. It should be a great night. Now let's get to the cards. Ladies, if you will, deal the cards, please. We are starting our match with these two Card Sharks.
Hello guys, and welcome to Card Sharks on the Rodney1279 channel. Glad to have you with us with Season 4, Episode 31 of Card Sharks. If you missed the last show, Steve did not do so well on the money cards, but Steve, you're willing to try it again, aren't you?
I certainly am.
You have $3,000 in cash, and I want to wish you good luck. And playing them is Garrison Newkirk.
All day, every day, music every day.
Ready to go, Gary?
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Okay, this first game is worth $1,000, and it will begin with you, Steve, once the R2-D2 comes up. Here's the first question. We asked 100 married men, which would make you happier? If your wife's relatives left you $5,000, or if they just left you alone? How many married men said they would be happier if their wife's relatives just left you alone?
I think there would be some men who would think that because, you know, they sometimes don't have a tendency to get along sometimes, and that's the way it is, I guess. But I think that one's probably going to be around a number of, let's say, 56.
For 56. Okay, Gary, is that number higher or lower than 56?
Oh boy, that's a good number. I'm going to say it's probably a little bit lower.
Going lower. Okay, Gary, if it is lower than 56, you'll play your cards. If it's 56 or higher, Steve will play his cards. And if you get it right on the nose, Steve, it's a $1,000 bonus right then and there, okay? The actual number of married men that said they would be happier if their wife, relatives just leave them alone is 30. It is lower. Good job, Gary. Okay, Gary, your opening card is a 9.
Rodney, I'd like to change that card, please.
1 second before you start that. Because I keep moving my pen away here. I'll use this pencil for right now. Okay, you say you are changing the 9. Okay, the 9.
Yes, I am.
The 9 becomes a 10.
Oh boy, I have a feeling that card is going to be higher. I just have a feeling.
Okay, you're going higher than a 10. No, it's a double.
Oh, it's a...
Free chance to you, Steve. It's a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2 is a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4 is a 10.
Freeze.
Freezing on the 10, protecting his position. And this question goes to you, Gary. Okay, Gary, we asked 100 high school seniors across the country, if you could, would you stay in high school one more year? How many?
No.
Oh, you know that for a fact, huh?
Just hell no. I've served 12 years enough, 13 no more.
Right. How many seniors said yes, they would stay in high school one more year?
They must be complete idiots, or better yet, they just want extra education. Boy, not very many are going to do number wise be, I'm going to say 42.
You're going 42. Okay, 42, let me put that there. So 42 is willing to stay one more year. Okay, is that higher or lower than 42, Steve?
I don't think that they would want to do that. I think one would be enough for them, so I think it's going to be lower.
Okay, going lower. Okay, the actual number of high school seniors that say yes, they would stay one more year of high school is 52. Is not lower, it's higher. Wow. Okay, Gary, you have that 10 showing. What do you want to do with that 10?
Okay, let's change it again, please.
Okay, let's see if you get a better card. The 10 becomes A 4.
Better. Higher.
Higher than a 4? No, it's a 3.
Oh my goodness.
Free chance to you, Steve. You have to play off the 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's a king. Okay. Alright, next question goes to you, Steve. Okay, Steve, we asked 100 people, have you ever fallen in love? How many said no, they have never fallen in love?
No.
No, wait a minute. Sorry about that. That's the next question. Oopsie. We'll ask this question. We asked 100 police officers, has anyone ever tried to bribe you? How many police officers said yes, somebody tried to bribe them? That's the correct question.
Okay. I think that some of them will have a tendency to do that, but they really should not do that because they shouldn't do that. That's not right. I would say about 48.
Going 48. Gary, is that number higher or lower than 48?
Sounds accurate, but I'm going to say that's going to be a bit higher.
Okay, going higher. The actual number of police officers that said somebody tried to bribe them is 79. It is higher. Good job, Gary. All right, you have that 4 showing.
Let's go higher again.
He's not changing it. Higher than 4. It's a 9.
Oh boy. You know what? Try and catch up to that one card. I'm going to go, you know what? Higher again.
Higher than a 9. No, it's a 7. Back to you, Steve. You have the 10 showing.
Lower.
Lower than 10. It's a 9.
You know what? For the hell of it, lower.
For the first game and $1,000 lower than a 9. No, it's an 8. And this is the sudden death question. Somebody must win on this play of the card, so control is critical. And this question goes to you, Gary. Gary, we asked 100 people, have you ever fallen in love? How many said no, they have never fallen in love?
That was a joke. Of course I've fallen in love. But anyways, that's going to be a high number. Let's say, it's going to be 6. You know what? Let's say 67.
Going 67. Okay, Steve, is that higher or lower than 67?
Could you just repeat the question one more time so I can understand it, please?
Yes. We asked 100 people, have you ever fallen in love? How many people said no, they have never fallen in love? And Gary said 67.
Lower.
Lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of people that said that they have never fallen in love is only 3. Good job, Steve. It is lower. Now here's the situation, Steve. You have a 10 showing. And you have 2 cards to go in order to win the first game and $1,000, and you have the power to change that 10. Gary has the 4. He does not have the power to change that 4, and he has 4 cards to go. Do you want to keep the control or pass it to Gary?
Have fun, Garrison.
Okay, he's not keeping it.
So it's a sweetheart.
All right, Gary, you have to call it right on all 4 cards, or Steve wins game number 1.
All right, gotta go higher.
Okay, higher than a 4. It's a queen. Continue.
Hold on a sec. Give me a second, Rod. I gotta transfer.
Okay. I forgot to charge this camera, so I might be only able to do 2 games. Sorry about this, folks.
Let's go lower than a queen.
Lower than a queen. No, it's a double, and Steve wins the first game.
Good job.
All right, Steve, you got $1,000, so you're up to $4,000. And it's a make or break for you, Gary. And this question goes to you, Steve, okay? This game is worth $2,000.
Okay.
Steve, we asked 100 women senior citizens, have you ever ridden a skateboard? How many said yes, they have ridden a skateboard?
8.
You're going with 8. All right, Gary, is it higher or lower than 8?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Skating Gritties. I'm going to say... good number, but might as well say a little higher.
A little higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of women senior citizens that said they have ridden on a skateboard is only 7. It is not higher, it is lower. Good guess, Steve. You was one off from the $1,000 bonus. All right,
Close.
Steve, you have a 6.
Change the card, please.
Okay, the 6 becomes a 10.
Up the middle. Lower.
Lower than 10. It's a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 7.
Freeze.
Freezer on the 7. Keeping Gary away from his cards, and this is your question, Gary. Gary, we asked 100 women, have you ever accidentally walked into a men's room? How many women said yes, they have accidentally walked into a men's room?
It's been the quite opposite on my part. I'm not ashamed to admit I've walked into a women's restroom a couple times. 1 by accident, 1 I was stupid, and 3 on accident again.
Okay.
Oh man, it's happened quite a lot to anybody. Okay, for number speaking. You know what? Okay, 46.
Going 46. Alright, Steve, is it higher or lower than 46, sir?
I think it's going to be lower than that.
Going lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of women that said they have walked into a men's room accidentally is 46 on the nose.
Holy
So
smokes.
how about that?
Wow.
1 second. You know what that means, Gary.
That means a bonus 1,000?
Yep, let's go ahead. I'm going to pay you off right now. Guys in the audience, count with me.
Yeah.
100.
100.
100.
2.
200.
2.
200.
3.
300.
400.
400.
500.
500.
600.
600.
700. 800.
$800.
900.
$900. $1,000.
There you go, Gary. $1,000 for you. And you have an opening card of a 5, sir.
Gary, count your money later.
Did Gary step
Damn.
away?
Higher than a 5.
Okay, he's keeping the card. Higher than a 5 is a 2. Sorry. Free chance to you, Steve. You have to play off the 7.
Higher.
Higher than 7, it's an 8.
Freeze. Not
All right.
freeze.
Protecting his position. And this next question goes to you, Steve. Steve, we asked 100 people, if you had the choice, would you rather double your income or your IQ? How many said they would rather double their IQ?
I think personally that someone would like to do that. I don't know how many, though. I'm just going to take a shot at a guess of 64.
Going 64. All right, Gary, is that number higher or lower than 64?
Try higher.
Go on, try higher. Okay, the actual number of people that said they would rather double their IQ than their income is 40. Is not higher, is lower. All right, Steve, you have that 8 showing. What do you want to do with that 8?
I'd like to throw it in the trash.
Okay, the 8 becomes a queen
Lower.
to win the match and the championship. Lower than the queen. Good job, Steve. You did it.
Good game, Gary.
Takes you to $6,000, and you're going on to the money cards for $144,000. Gary, you're not leaving away empty-handed. You have $1,000 for that perfect guess, okay?
Hey, I had fun. I had fun.
All right. That's all that matters. Well, Steve, you're going on to the money cards for a second time.
Okay.
And as you know, you do that 3 more times, you're going into the Tournament of Champions.
Sounds good.
All right. Let me get this off of here. Set the money cards up here. Okay, let me get the screen share back up here. All right, Steve,
I can't wait.
here we go with the money cards.
Get to it.
All right, Steve, if you're ready, give me a number from 1 to 52 to cut the deck, and we'll get started.
Well, let's try it again, see if it works 2 times around number 8.
Going with number 8. And once those cards come up, we will give you your $1,000. You know how to play the game, so I don't have to explain the rules. Here's your $1,000, and for $1,000, your opening card is a jack.
Jack is pretty much a so-so, so I think I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to change it with number 3.
Okay, your only change on this level, the jack becomes a 4. You have $1,000 in a 4.
Let's do all of it higher.
Okay, everything higher than a 4. It's an 8. $2,000 in an 8.
Okay, let's do the minimum and go higher.
All right, that'll be $50. Okay, higher than an 8. Good. You have $19.50 in a 7.
Again, the minimum higher.
Okay, $50. Higher than the 7. There you go. You got $2,000 in the queen. We move you up to the second level. Give you another $1,000, and you add $3,000 and a queen.
And I'm not gonna change it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go $2,000 lower.
Okay. $2,000 lower than a queen. It's a 3. $5,000 in a 3.
4,500 higher.
Okay. Big bet. Let's see if it works. $4,500 higher than a 3. It's an ace.
Thank you. $9,500 lower, please.
Okay, $9,500 lower than the A's. It's a 3. Good job. Now you have $19,000 and a 3. Now the question is, do you want to change that card?
I appreciate the offer, but no thank you.
All right, now you must bid at least $9,500 on this play of the cards. You can bid more. What's your big bet?
Let's make it $19,000 higher.
All right, this is for $38,000 or nothing.
No 2. No 2.
There you go. Higher than a 3. Yeah, good job, Steve. That gave you another $38,000. We had your previous winnings of $6,000. You're at $44,000. And we're going to take a little break, guys, and we're going to do episode 32 right after this. And don't go away.